Hello again, fifth graders. We're going to continue with the customary units of measurement. In this case, we're going to be dealing with lesson 11, chapter 11, lesson 7, which is elapsed time. The page in your book that you can refer to is page 500. Nice and easy to remember. So, this is a concept that takes a little bit of practice, but the more you do it, the better you get at it. So, let's go ahead and take a look. The main idea, I will add and subtract measures of time. Some new vocabulary, elapsed time, how much time has passed. All right, Saul studied for his science test from 4:15 p.m. until 7:25 p.m. How long did Saul study for the test? Write the times in units of hours and minutes. It's important to keep them separate. So, 7 hours and 25 minutes. Starting time at 4:15 is 4 hours and 15 minutes. Okay. You subtract the starting time from the ending time, and you always have to make sure, again, keep your areas separate. So this was the ending time, and this was the starting time. You have to subtract it that way. And if you do 25 minus 15, you get 10. 7 minus 4, you get 3. So the elapsed time would be 3 hours and 10 minutes. Again, we have to take the ending time and subtract it from the starting time. In this case, our ending time is 5:55, so I keep that separate. 5 hours and 55 minutes. I'll just abbreviate it that way. And 3 hours and 10 minutes would be 3 hours, 10 minutes. And we subtract, keep them separate. 55 minus 10 is 45 minutes. And 5 hours minus 3 hours is 2. Okay. So it should be 2 hours, 45 minutes. Lucky guess. There we go. Not sure how to pronounce the name. Giaro, kind of an interesting name. Began riding his bike at 6:30 p.m. and stopped at 8:10 p.m. How long did he ride? Again, we're separating them into the different amounts of time. 8 hours, 10 minutes is the ending. 6 hours, 30 is the beginning. But there's a little bit of a problem here, and we'll see if you can figure out how to solve it. Okay. In this case, we wanted to take away 30 from the 10, but you can't do that. You have to borrow from the hours. As we learned in the last lesson, there are 60 minutes in every hour. So we're going to take one of the hours and put it over there. So we add to this 10 minutes that we already have, we're going to add a 60. And that ends up, so instead of 8 hours and 10 minutes, we are going to now call that 7 hours and 70 minutes. Now we can go ahead and subtract. 70 minus 30 is 40. 7 minus 6 is 1. So our elapsed time is 1 hour and 40 minutes. Samantha began running at 4:45 p.m. and stopped at 5:30. So again, we would have to borrow. We'll write these as two separate. Okay, we want to subtract, but we have 30 and we want to take away 45. You can't do that, so we're going to have to take away 1 from here. That leaves 4 hours here. Add our 60 minutes, which is what we're putting over there, and you would end up with how much?
90.
90 over here. Okay. So then we subtract. 10 minus 5 is 5. That's an 8. 8 minus 4, 4. So we have 45 minutes on this side, But since I borrowed and I ended up with a 4 over there, I have 4 minus 4, which is 0. So I don't actually have any, I don't have any hours, but I do have 45 minutes. All right. Sometimes you have to convert from starting at a PM to an AM or from an AM to a PM. Okay, so in this case, you're going to start, and it's a larger addition problem. You're going to start with the 7:21. I have to first add 39 minutes to get to the 8 o'clock. Okay. Then I'm going to add 4 hours to get to the 12 a.m., which is at night. So just to get to the 12 a.m., which is actually midnight, would be 4 hours and 39 minutes. And then it's going to be 9 hours and 6 minutes to get to the 9:06 a.m. So if you add those minutes and the hours, you end up with 13 hours, 45 minutes. Now in some cases, if they're a little bit easier, you can actually just count up in time, kind of keeping track of your hours. So if Craig arrived at work at 10:30 a.m. and he left at 5:15 p.m., how long was his shift at work? Well, you can actually use your fingers and just start at 10:30, and 1 hour later would be 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30. 5:30 gets me a little bit past where I want to be. 5:30 would be 7 hours. But if I take away 15 minutes from that, okay, so it wouldn't be 7 hours, it would be 6 hours. And then there would be 45 minutes left because I take the 15 minutes away. All right. Hopefully that helps. Again, make sure you're checking your book. You can do lots of practice on the IXL links that we have attached. Hopefully everybody is doing well. We miss you here, and take care. We'll see you soon.